Hello all, welcome to the 1000 YouTube channel probably which you are watching in this lockdown. So let's talk about this problem. Print maze paths with jumps. So what is this problem about? Let's say we have been given a matrix in which you are given with the source which is 0 comma 0, or for our implementation convenience we will take it as 1 comma 1, and you are given n comma m as inputs. N is the number of rows and m is the number of columns. So from here you need to reach this point. This is the source and this is the destination. How many steps can you take, and how can you reach this point? So in this case there are in the particular question it's given that you can take any number of jumps from any point. So you can take this jump, this jump, this jump, this jump, and vertically too, also diagonally from this point, or directly reaching to this point. So immediately after looking at the question, we can understand this problem can be done by recursion. Why recursion? Not because this is under recursion channel, recursion tab, because from each point you have certain number of choices to make, some particular number of choices. You don't know how what each choice will lead to. From that particular choice you again will have certain number of choices to make. So you don't know the count of total number of choices. Count of total number of choices is unknown. If you had one choice to make in a particular array, then you will simply make a for loop and you will take the choice. If you have two choices, you will use two for loops and you will take those two choices. But in this case you don't know the total number of choices, so immediately if you can't have a particular count of total number of choices, you go for recursion. So okay, we have understood that recursion is important for this problem. How are we going to apply the recursion? Let's draw the diagram again once. Wow, nice, nice, nice. Sorry for the bad handwriting. Again, from you starting from here and you're ending at here. Imagine you have reached this point. From here, you have some magic happened, and you have known the path, all the paths leading from here to here, like this path, or directly this path, or directly this part to this part to this part to this part. Somehow some magic has happened and this has written an array list of all the path strings. Then what do you need to do? You just need to add this path to all these array lists. Imagine there are x paths which are written from here. Let's say this point to be A and this is D. From A to D, imagine there are x paths. So what happens? For each xi, you can add h1 to it. Here h is the horizontal move which you made. 1 is the number of steps you have taken from that particular point to reach that A point. So for example, take this point to be B. If you have got the solution from B to D as y, then you need to add h plus 2, like h2 in front of all these y paths, h2 y1, h2 y2, and so on. These all will give you the answer from directly source S to D. I hope you understand. Now let's see how we can code this out. Okay, first we'll consider the inputs. scanner s equal to news. It's typing. How much else? Print maze paths 1 comma 1 comma dr n m source. Okay. um, we will update the solution slightly. um, we will consider the instead of returning void, we will return an array list. Okay, list, and then you loop through each element of the array list. This will be your answers. Oh, this typing. System dot out dot println, print each of the solutions. Okay. mm. We won't be needing this string as the input. This is actually the output to be printed, but for our convenience we will just modify the problem. Firstly, we will calculate all the horizontal paths. Okay, we will loop through each of the possible answers. Like, we will loop from here. uh, you have one step to take, two steps to take, three steps to take, a maximum of dr steps to take. That's the total number of rows. uh, Sorry, you have dc, total number of columns. From here to here, you can either take one step, two steps, how many other steps you want we can take. So we will loop through all those total number of possible steps, and we will get our horizontal paths equal to print this will be equal to source comma sc plus 1 c, not 1, plus I dr and dc. How? From here, what this loop is doing is, uh, from for every index, for every SR, we will be moving one step or two steps, or at max I steps, where I is equal to dr from here, and from there we call a recursive function. We'll draw one more square for easy understanding. For so what we are doing at this particular step is, we'll cut this and take that. In each step, what we are doing is, from here, for I equal to 1, I less than dc, when I is equal to 1, so you are coming over here, because sc plus I, s initially this is 1 comma 1, so you are coming to 1 comma 2, and from there you are calling a recursive function over here. You are calling a recursion function over here, and similarly after that, for I equals to 2, so you again call a 1 comma 1 to 1 comma 3. SR is 1 and SC is 3. Similarly, for I equals to 3, we call for 1 comma 4. We call a recursive function from 1 comma 4. We call a recursive function from 1 comma 3 to find out all the solutions. This is how the horizontal paths for each row are calculated. Similarly, we will calculate for the verticals and for the diagonals too. For the verticals, we can loop up to dr. This would be the vertical paths, and instead of changing the columns, we will change the rows. Sorry. And for this case, this is the diagonal case, dc and dr. You need to move both I, SR plus I and SC plus I, that is from here to here. When I is equal to 1, the point becomes 2 comma 2. Okay. I hope you understand how this recursion function has worked. Now we will consider our solutions in one more array list. This will be our solution array list. So what this consists is, what happens is, from here we have called a recursion function while I is equal to 1. So we have received all the solutions from here to here. Now we are creating another array list which is answers, where from here to here you add this path to every solution which is coming from here. So what you do is, we will loop through all the solutions from this h paths, and we will add this answer to all the paths, like this. How? So when I is equal to 1, the array came like the point came over here. From here we have calculated all the solutions. We got the solutions in h paths. Now we need to find the actual answer. The actual answer is from moving 1 comma 1 to s comma d comma d, I mean n comma m. To find these actual answers, you have after you got all the solutions from here, you just add h1 to this point, to all the solutions. So then what happens? h1 x1, h2 h1 x2, h3 x3, these all provide the solution from this point to this point via this point. Similarly, you need to calculate for a vertical and diagonal too. You need to add v1 x1, v2 x2 and so on, and d1 x1, d2 x2 and so on. This is a vertical move, and okay, then again in the diagonal also we need to add h path dot add d, so d plus I plus hp, and we simply return this answer. which consists of all the paths. Now, if we consider about the base cases in in this problem, one base case you can immediately identify in the arrays. The case where you have reached n comma m, that is your SR is equal to DR and your SC is equal to DC. Then you need not you just need to return from there with one path in it. Why one path? Imagine you are at this point and you need to reach this point only. So you just don't travel from there, you just stay there. That's one solution, one valid solution. Staying at the same position is also a valid solution. So that we will add as the first base case. If SR is equal to SC and DR and SC is equals to DC, you create one more array list, string st equal to new array list string. Then we can add an empty string to it and return that empty array list. See, this is not an empty array list. What happens here is there is an empty string in it. The size of this will be 1, not 0. Why? Because not moving from that particular point is also a valid solution, which can be represented by an empty string, not taking any decision. Then but the next base case will be SR is greater than DR or SC is greater than DC. Then we return an empty array list. Let's see if this runs properly. Okay. Okay, there is an error at line 12. System dot out dot okay println. Sorry, my bad. Yep, this is getting compiled. I guess this is the answer. Sketch submitted. Yes, this is submitted. So we will discuss about this base case once again. SR greater than DR and or sorry SC is greater than DC. What happens is if either of them is greater than the destination, you come out of the matrix. Once you come out of the matrix, there's no way going back inside it, because you either can move horizontally or you can move vertically downwards or you can move diagonally downwards. You can't, there's no way you can get back into the matrix. So if you cross these limits like DR and DC, then there is no way you can go back to the matrix, and there won't be a solution existing. What instead happens is you keep on going downwards if it's a vertical moves, if it's a horizontal move you keep on going leftwards, and so on, and this would never end. You won't come out of this loop, and we know what error comes then: stack overflow, because recursion always stays in a stack. So once the stacks get filled up, you get the stack overflow, because there is continuously movement across these points. So you need to handle these edge cases perfectly. I hope you understand the solution. Thank you.